plan for today's video is simple. I'm going to show you why I'm a better builder than Grian. I'm going to show you by building something that you can see here. I've built many masterpieces in my lovely world. You can see this. Joe Biden. Joe Risden. You can see Donald Trump. And you can even see Bofum Fizzle, my favorite. Today we're going to build someone near and dear to my heart. EDP 445. But before we build EDP 445, we got to get a reference photo. This is my reference photo. Show it on screen, and now we have to get to building. We're going to build him next to Freddy Fazbear and The Rock. Let's just put him right here. Oh, and that's Kevin Hart. The Rock means Kevin Hart. I'll start building EDP 445. Now, the key to all my builds is to have a outside of the box thinking. What I want to do, I want to make EDP have weird feet. I'm gonna like make him kind of like this. 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks apart. And then I kind of want to like, yeah, kind of like hooves like that. Okay. Actually, I'll make him on all fours. That's the key. You gotta have out of the box thinking. I'll build them on all fours. I know these look like penises, but trust me, we're gonna build something magnificent here. I'm gonna utilize my out of the box thinking style. I'm gonna make it kind of like go up in a diagonal like this. So we're gonna start off with is like 2 and then 1, and then 2 and then 2, then 1, and then finally 2 and then 1, all the way until we get his head. So let's build this out. It may take a while, but nothing worth having was ever gotten easily. My second pro tip is to ignore common artistic conventions, such as human anatomy. See here we've made the shape. He's going to be sort of frog-like. You know, this my third pro tip is that your build is never settled on a design. The design's only settled once you finish the build. It's always evolving and changing. There's an awful lot of brown. I think I'm going to make his head green to kind of balance that out, because having too much of one color can kind of like take down the quality of your build. I'll raise it. I like a good 4 blocks. We'll go in 3, 2, and this is going to be the shape of his head. So what I'll do is just kind of build this out here. So there we go. Please shut the hell up. Okay. The next thing to do is we're gonna build his head hump. So basically, if you watch what I'm doing here, each layer is gonna have one less layer from the top. You see, like this, gonna have one less layer off the top. And that's going to kind of fold the head back, so we'll have like a brain structure for him. And now I like to give them ears. You can really do whatever you want with the ears, but I think what I would like to do, we got the diagonal style, just hanging off style. Let's go hanging off style. Glazed terracotta is good for like really weird things, so I think I'm going to do that. I have no idea how to make this like actually into a square, so what I'm going to do, try to change up our design on the fly here. Look through the block list, get some inspiration. Oh, I have a perfect idea. Now we're gonna use black stone for no particular reason. We go ahead and go for polished on this one. We'll kind of build out the little stalk. Get it good. Yeah, let's actually make this one larger. Then I'm gonna ice him out. I'm gonna ice EDP out, or rather I'm gonna gold him out, because we're gonna build gold here. Yeah, I like that going all the way through. So if you're following along at home, you should be ready to do the face of whatever creature you're making. And what I like to do, I usually just put one eye, maybe two eyes if you're lucky. But I think this time I'm going to go a little bit differently here. I'm going to break one of my conventions. I'm going to do 3. What's going to happen is it's going to look like this. Like that. And then finally like this. It's not symmetrical. What I'll do is just shift this one over one. Yeah, okay. ADP is now symmetrical. So we have to make a mouth. But the mouth can be very simple. And so what I'm going to do for the mouth is I'm actually just going to just go in here, and that's just going to be his tongue. And then he needs, need to bring these up and into the things. If you think this is cool, if you think this is a build that's better than green, just you wait, because I've got more tricks up my sleeve. Next trick to always do is to enlarge the body a little bit. So I'm gonna enlarge the body here. Here, this one's gonna be 4 layers. There we go. So if you ever decide to play hide and seek on your building world, this can be a great way to add some hiding spots. Make it rounder. That's always a good tip. Make it round. Because if the build isn't round, the fun doesn't go around. And so there we go. Now it's time for the arms. Oh, no. Hold on. Now it's time for his signature Eagles beanie. The way I like to do hats or clothing is just to make a straight, like, skin tight band all the way around here. We can break off his little nubbin. And then usually the way beanies work are we're just gonna have like this going up to like here. Feel free to get creative with this. I'm gonna put a blue stripe through it. I've got my blue concrete. We're just gonna go around here. Make a straight line through this. And it is an Eagles hat that he wears. We've got to get a nice warp sign here. Eagles. Eagles. So he loves the Eagles. We got to remember that. And one tip is to, after you've made the clothing, try to blend the clothing in a little bit. There we go. I like how that's looking. Next, we're going to do the arms. And for arms, usually I just go for this type of design. Maybe even this, if you're lucky. But I think what I'm going to do is forego arms completely. And then I actually have an idea. So we're going to get glazed terracotta. Red glazed terracotta. And we'll make a sort of like growth on him. If you're confused about this, just follow along and I'll show you what it means in a minute. This is actually let's make it 3-way symmetrical. And then if we protrude this out, this is going to be a little tail. It's specifically a scorpion tail. So bring this out. Remember, we're not trying to so much capture the likeness. The likeness will always be there, but we're trying to capture what we think about this person truly deep down. What everyone has on their mind. And now you make a little tip. I think we'll use an end rod here. And boom. Now, I mentioned before that a little bit too much of one specific color is annoying. I think the same for this tail. let's go ahead and add a little bit of this. And we'll finish it off with a tiny bit of this. Here we go. Next, finally, we'll do the arms. We'll do the arms. I know I said I'd forego the arms, but I have a plan for them. The plan is to have arms that just kind of go down like this. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of... No. Okay. The arms, for tip, sometimes things morph while you're making them. These are actually going to be sort of like cow udders, like nipples. And those can have growths on them too. We got the red one and the black one. You already know. I hook you up. Then finally we're going to need a tail. I'm not quite sure what to do for the tail. But I think that pink is always a good color when you don't know what to make something. So I think we'll have kind of a green style, but then and this can wrap around a little bit. And there you go. That's how you make a build that's better than greens. You can see here that I have very good practice on this. This is the technique I use for most, if not all, of my builds. And there we go. You can see that this is EDP 445. Got the Eagles hat. And yeah, that's my tutorial for how to make builds like me. If you want me to make a tutorial about something else, leave it in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching.